Welcome back. We have some big breaking news coming in from the national capital. Now there are reports of firing at the Saket Court. CNN News 18 is the first one to report this. Bullets have been fired in Delhi's Saket Court and bullets fired in the chamber block of the court premises. Police is currently on the spot. Our correspondent Nikhil is joining us. Nikhil, can you give us more details about this attack on Delhi's Saket Court?
So actually the details which are coming in from the national capital is very much shocking. So this is the incident which has taken place at the Saket Court, which is one of the prominent court in the national capital Delhi, where a few rounds were fired upon a lady and she has been severely injured. She has been taken to a nearby hospital. The Delhi police, because this is the area which comes under the South Delhi jurisdiction, so the DCP and all the senior level officials are reaching on the spot. So a few minutes back, this is the incident which took place where we have been given to understand that the assailant was wearing the dress of a lawyer. So we are awaiting more details as to what the actual scenario is at the spot, but the situation seems to be intense at the Saket Court. And remember, Anjali, the point is, this is not the first time when this kind of incident has taken place inside the court premises earlier as well. In fact, in the year 2021, Rohini Court was the court which reported heavy firing at that time. We have seen that how one of the dreaded gangster, he was killed by some of the assailants. But yet again, this is the incident which has taken place in another court of the national capital. This is the Saket Court that we are referring to. The incident has taken place. The officials are reaching on the spot. But this is, if we talk about precisely, it was the chambers of the lawyers where the incident has taken place, but the victim is said to be reportedly a woman. But more of the details are yet to be awaited. The senior officials are en route towards that particular site, but these are the details which are coming to us from the high.
Nikhil, do we have any details about the victim, the lady that was shot at?
Well, there are multiple reports, multiple facts which are coming in, but we think that being a responsible journalist, we should wait for the official confirmation from the police side, or at least from those who are part of that particular court premises. So we are waiting for the details. We are still establishing the facts. We are still going through all the details which are coming in. After the confirmation, we will get to know exactly as to who the victim was, how she was connected with that of the assailant. But the point is, reportedly, the details which are coming in, prima facie, it seems like there was some of the tension between the assailant and that of the women. Was she a woman only or another person? This is also something which needs more confirmation. So many of the details are yet to be awaited, but this is the shocking incident which also raises actually a lot of questions over the law and order situation inside the premises of the court as well. Because last time, which I am mentioning, that in the year 2021 when the Rohini firing incident took place, at that time as well, the then Commissioner of Police, and this is something which I assume, and if I am recalling it correctly, Mr. Asthana was the Commissioner of Police at that time. He directed all the police officials that the security should be increased of all the court premises which are currently operational in that of the national capital. So this is what we can say is a huge security lapse, because the kind of incident has taken place inside the lawyers' chambers of that of the Saket Court. The point is, it also needs to be investigated that how the assailant brought his revolver or the weapon from which he has shot at that particular victim. So many of the points needs a thorough investigation. But this is something which is on Delhi police as well, as to how the laxity could be shown in the place which has already seen this kind of incident. But we have been given to understand further from the highly placed sources that the victim, a person, she has suffered a lot of bullet injuries, so she has been taken in serious condition to a nearby hospital. So more of the details are yet to be awaited, but the point is to reiterate all the details. Few minutes back, this is the incident which has taken place at the Delhi Saket Court and inside the chamber premises, where one of the assailants, who was wearing the dress of a lawyer, he has shot at another woman. Who was that particular woman? This is something which we need to know, but many of the rounds were fired by the bullet. The police is investigating the matter. The senior police officials, so to say, they are reaching at the spot. The security, we assume, has been heightened up at that particular area. And also the news of the CNN News 18 is just a few minutes away from that particular area where the incident has taken place. We will go live in a very short time. But this is a shocking incident which is now being reported inside the national capital.
All right, Nikhil, please stay with us. We also have our correspondent Ananya Bhatnagar. Ananya, can you give us more details about this firing that has taken place at Delhi's Saket Court?
Well, as per the initial details and what we are gathering from our lawyer sources at Saket Court is that, this was a suspended lawyer. He was somebody who has been suspended by, in fact, the bar and actually had a feud with the woman who had come actually to give, a statement as a witness in certain case. But these initial details need to be verified by the police sources. But at the same point of time, the local sources who are available at the Saket Court, while speaking to us, have told us that, this woman was actually a witness in certain case and was shot by, and there was the personal feud between the two. But how did the weapon come inside? What happened at that particular incident is something that is for the police to investigate. But as Nikhil was also pointing it out, very, very clearly, there is a very big issue of security when it comes to the courts in the national capital, whether it's the Saket Court. We've seen how various, shooting incidents or bombing incidents have taken place at Delhi's Rohini Court as well. And in fact, Delhi High Court had taken a suo motu cognizance of this particular issue and had issued certain kind of directions. But even after that, there is certain kind of laxity, there is certain kind of, what we call it in the chook, in the security that is happening. So we'll have to see as to how would the Delhi High Court also be reacting, because remember, the custodian of all of these district courts is the Delhi High Court, and the High Court must actually take into consideration all of these aspects, because the matter still goes on. That's the suo motu petition that is still before the Delhi High Court with regards to the security in the district courts in the national capital, though a slew of directions were issued by the Delhi High Court, but how much of they are into operation we've seen. We have also done various stories about how though there have been a slew of directions issued by the Delhi High Court, but still there is some kind of a laxity by the security officials when it comes to lawyers, and the lawyers too sometimes show that that they are the rulers of those particular courts, and that's the reason why in fact the police officers also have a soft hand in them.